Okay, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is recorded after the fact, so I did not record my voice or the video you might be seeing. Yeah, so I didn't record it while I was doing this. As I said in the part 1, the actual recording took about 18 hours, and I'm not going to make 18-hour videos, so majority of it is sped up times 2, times 3, times 4, because I recorded it in 60 FPS or 60 frames a second, so it allows me to do that. Okay, so you can just see here me quickly setting up the lighting. It's nothing spectacular, it's just for me to get all the definition out, so just to get all the highlights of the skin. So this is purely up to artistic preference, but a general good rule of thumb is doing a 3-point lighting setup. Blender actually has a setting where you press Shift A lights, there is an option for 3-point lights. So you see here I have my backlight. Okay, so this is just getting those highlights. Okay, so I'm just duplicating the light and just changing the angle to be more from the top left side. Making it more soft and just bringing that intensity down. Okay, so now our lighting is done. Now we can actually start with the rigging itself. Okay, so now I'm just putting all the lights into its own collection, just turning it off and on just to see that yeah, it is in its own collection, everything is working. Okay. You'll see I'm just importing the meta rig and scaling it down to fit my mesh. Applying also the scale, and from that now I want to say I want to see the rig in front of my mesh, so I can see actually through the mesh and see the bones. What I'm also doing here is, you see I just activated my properties because I want X mirror. So you see I'm enabling it there. So now whatever I do on the right, it does on the left, and vice versa. Me trying to find where, there it is in front. Okay, so now I'm just going to start posing the character using B for box select. You see I'm just getting the general shape now, and we'll go and define it a little bit better later. You'll see here I'm putting the heel bone just on the heel tip, and I'm moving it more to the side. So that the fat end is where the heel, the bowl of the heel is. And this is very important because that point is where the pivot point is. So that's where the IK heel is then going to move from. what I've seen is that many people, when using rigging the fingers, they would actually enable the magnet tool, and they are the magnet tool, and they would snap the bones to the faces, and they would snap the bones to the top of the skin. I personally don't do this, because what I found is, in my case, is when I put the bones on top and I then apply the rig, then I have to go in and actually weight paint after. So what I'm doing is I'm going to top perspective and side perspective the whole time. I'm actually going to, what you're going to see here is I'm going to move the bones where your bones will actually be. So inside the mesh. And I found that it works better when getting the blend rig and applying the rig to the mesh. I don't have to weight paint anything afterwards again. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just putting the 3D cursor in the center of that bone, bone's pivot, and I'm just pressing Shift S to then align the other pivot to the bone. So I'm basically connecting them, not really being connected, but they just share the same space. Again, this helps for me with the after the fact when parenting the rig to the mesh. And here I'm just going in and I'm going to rework the hands, getting all the bones organized. Actually, now what I'm doing is I'm pressing Alt R for basically cancelling the rotation. So this helps just getting all the bones aligned. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that was part 2. It's very basic, very simple. So that's actually how easy it is to rig the body. If you don't want to, if you want to stop here and you don't want to rig the face, 100%, what you can do is you just delete all the face bones, and then you can just rig the bones, so the skeleton, to the mesh. So you select the skeleton, you select the body, press Ctrl P, and then parent with automatic weights. By doing this, you will get an FK rig, meaning forward kinematics. So the shoulder controls the hand. So if I move the shoulder, the hand will move with it. But what we're going to do is with FK is if we go back again and we move the hand can move independently, and if the hand goes too far, the arm will move with it. And that's what we want. Makes animation a little bit easier. It's not always accurate, but it's faster, and that's what we want. Because if you work in the industry, and in my case at least, is that the turnaround time is very short. So you have to produce content within a week, 2 weeks, and then you have to have a 2-minute, 1-minute animation. So speed is key. So we are opting for an FK rig. If you don't want to have an IK rig, but if you don't want an IK rig, you can stop here and only use FK. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, part 3, we are gonna rig the face, and if I'm not mistaken, we are going to parent the rig and to the mesh, and then start posing it. After that, we are gonna use the posed character, move it into Marvelous Designer, and start creating the clothes. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions or concerns, kindly leave it down in the comments below. I will try to answer any and all questions. Just note that I am working a full 9 to 5, or at least in my case, sorry, not a 9 to 5, an 8 to 5 job. So I will try to get to all comments if there any should appear. If you liked the video, please like it, subscribe, will mean a lot to me. If you don't want to do that, I also have my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram details below. So if you want to show some love, kindly follow them as well. But that is that. Enjoy, stay safe, take care, enjoy.